Hey guys, Timothy here, aka FCFan21, bringing you week 1 of the MBA Moongeist division, aka the Ubers League, and we take on one of the, I believe he's a moderator, Chickadee, coach of the Atlanta Farfetch'd, and if you do not believe in coincidences, he was number 1 pick in the draft, so at best he was very lucky, and at worst he may have had a finger in the draft order, but I was number 5, so I'm not really going to complain. Let's have a look at his team, shall we? Chickadee has available a Mewtwo, which is always kinda scary, Ubers or not, a Xerneas, a Mega Salamence, Zeraora as his Terra Captain, an Infernape, a Toadscruel, Empoleon, the Dunsparce, Skuntank, and most fearsome of all, the Dupeter. Mewtwo, always a strong mon, and hard to prep for, I think. Xerneas is, of course, also an Uber and a strong fairy type. Mega Salamence with his Aerialate ability can hit double edges extremely hard. A Zeraora with Volt Absorb that can be any type he likes, so basically he can go for like Terra Water with Volt Absorb and only have a Grass type weakness. For example, Infernape, which can be both special and physical with a high speed stat. Toadscruel that can set spikes, rapid spin them away, hits hard leaf storms, and that kind of shenanigans. Empoleon that can set hazards, defog them away, and be a great support for the team. The Dunsparce that can be both physical and special in with both types of setup. Skuntank, a grounded poison type with Dark, which means he only has a ground type weakness, and the Dupeter is just, that's just unfair. What can you do against the Dupeter? Not much. But let's see what I prepped for. First of all, Chickadee was one of the guys that made the power ranking videos for this league, and he was kind of stunned about my one of my picks, and you know what? He's going to prove him wrong. I bring Sandslash, aka Sandy. He was like, why did he go for Sandslash? Because I saw what his backup plans were, and those were more exciting picks. Just a quick reaction, because I got Sandslash for 5 points, I was still able to pick Annihilate and Thunderous Therian at the end of the draft. So, and you're gonna feel the wrath of Sandy this week, at least we hope so here. With 184 in speed, I hit a 212 speed stat. And with a agility up, I will even outspeed Zeraora at max speed that hits 423 max speed. Max attack and 72 in HP makes me pretty bulky, I feel like, at least on the physical side. With an expert belt, I can hit super effective moves for extra power, and with Earthquake, Rock Slide and Leech Life I have things for most of his mons, because non-terrestrialized Zeraora doesn't like to take an Earthquake, Mewtwo doesn't like the Leech Life, Rock Slide for the Salamence, and Infernape doesn't like the Earthquake. Leech Life is, I believe, super effective against the Toadscruel. Xerneas I do not have anything super effective for, but the Skuntank dies to an Earthquake, Empoleon doesn't like Earthquake, Dupeter doesn't like Rock Slide, and the Dunsparce is hit neutrally. So, pretty good matchup for Sandy this week, and like I said, I hope I can make him regret doubting my Sandslash in power rankings. Next up is another physical breaker or sweeper, more this week is Kaldago aka Zacian. With an assault vest and 192 speed EVs, I ensure with the Jolly Nature I am faster than the Mewtwo and anything that's not scarfed below that. The assault vest makes me even more tankier in special defense, and with Play Rough, Close Combat, Ironhead and Trailblaze I have a lot of super effective damage on my opponent. Assault Vest does ensure that I can't use any status moves, but with Trailblaze I can still boost my speed to outspeed Zeraora or outspeed things with a lower speed than Mewtwo where scarfed, so that's great. Play Rough is mainly there for the Mega Mans, and it's also a stat move. Close Combat is there for the Empoleon and the Dunsparce, and Ironhead is for Xerneas, and I can also hit most things for neutral except for Empoleon with Play Rough, so yeah, this thing will mainly be, once I've got enough damage on my opponent, there to sweep. My last physical mon will be a hazard removal and a sweeper in Mousehold, which I still name for Steve SBU, with 232 speed EVs and a Jolly Nature. I hit 347 speed, and I ensure I will always outspeed non-scarfed Infernape. If my opponent sets up hazards, I can I can get rid of those with Tidy Up, or with if he has a substitute, I can remove it with Tidy Up. That also gives me a boost in both speed and attack. With a max attack set and population bomb, most things already just die from that, except Empoleon, or something like a max Fizz Def Mega Salamence after an Intimidate. But yeah, Wildlands to boost population bombs accuracy from 90 to 99, which means I have a 1% chance each hit of missing, which is almost neglectable. Bite is for things like Mewtwo, and Low Kick is for the Empoleon. So yeah, this is going to be my main hazard removal option and my best opportunity for sweeping, I believe. My support mon this week will be Rihanna aka Sableye, with max HP, max special defense, and the final 8 in physical defense. It has Prankster with the Light Clay. Yeah, this mon's task is rather simple. It sets up screens for me, behind which I can set up my other mons and sweep my opponent from there. Thunderwave to slow everything down except for Zeraora and his Toadscruel, which have an immunity for electric type moves. And Pain Split, I should be able to put up a screen and live any one hit my opponent throws at me. And with Pain Split afterwards, cause that's a status move, I will also move first and not only damage my opponent but also heal myself back up, which is a great way for Sableye to stay healthy. Number 5 is going to be Valkyrie aka Palkia Origin, a special breaker with max speed, max special attack and a timid nature. I have to run max speed to ensure I at best speed tie with Mega Salamence, because Mega Salamence also hits 372 max speed. Spatial Rend, Surf, Ice Beam and Aura Sphere to hit most things for super effective damage. Dragon and water type moves are always boosted because of the Lustrous Globe. Yeah, basically the item I am forced to use because otherwise Palkia will not be in his origin form. He has a whopping 1 resist or immunity to dragon type moves, and 1 resistance to dragon type moves in Empoleon and Xerneas. For the Empoleon I do have Aura Sphere, and Xerneas I do have other answers too, so not really that worried about it. And yeah, curious how good of a breaker my Palkia will be. So we'll see. Last up is Neo, aka Mew, my special setup sweeper. Max speed, max HP with the final 8th in special defense. A clear amulet so I will not get my stats dropped. Iron defense in Calm Mind with stored power and earth power. Yeah, basically I do not want to get haste or anything. Looking at my opponent, he has 2 hazers in the Empoleon and the Skuntank. He also has enough roars, but yeah, you can't really do much about that unless I can give my Mew earplugs, but I do not think that's legal. So basically I make myself as bulky I can be with iron defenses and Calm Mind, and fire off stored powers, and the only dark type he has is the Skuntank, and that one does not take earth powers very well, especially not after 1 or 2 Calm Minds. He has Empoleon as a resistance, and that one doesn't like earth power. Mewtwo doesn't do much to me once I have a couple of Calm Minds up, so yeah, I think that's going to do pretty well as well for the as I do believe for the rest of the team. So yeah, I need to get connected with Chickadee for a game, and yeah, see you there. Bye.
So funny story. Chickadee and I originally planned this battle for Friday, which Chickadee couldn't make, so we rescheduled for Monday, which was doable for me, but my Monday out of nowhere was kinda hectic with a lot for me to do, and when I came home, Chickadee and I almost immediately started our battle, and we were in like turn 9 or something when I thought, hey, I'm not recording. So that's why I'm doing a post commentary this week. Not something I'm planning on doing every week, but yeah, this week it is what it is. He brings his Mewtwo, Mega Salamence, Xerneas, Zeraora, Empoleon, and Skuntank. And yeah, let's see how the battle goes. No sound, please. I start off with Sableye against his Xerneas, and I immediately throw up a T-Wave, and he gets paralyzed, so that's nice for me. I set up Light Scream. He gets paralyzed again, and I set up Reflect, and he defogs him away. So yeah, not a great start. Moonblast does 90%. So I thought like, okay, he's probably gonna defog, so let's do some damage, and I was right. And I retreated to Mew, and 64%. I was like, oh damn, maybe I can live 1 if I throw up a Calm Mind, but I could not. So Mew was basically thrown away. Goldogo sets up a Trailblaze for speed boost and takes it out with an Iron Head. So now I'm faster than the Zeraora. Play Rough on the Mewtwo does do something, but I was already thinking in my mind, should I go out into Sableye, and I chose not to do that. But I can get up my Screams against Zeraora while it bulks up, and I was like, okay, let's go into Sandy. Behind screens I can live anything. He goes for a knockoff, and my agility makes me faster than it. After that I went for a Rock Slide, and it just did 29%, and his acrobatics with a Flying Jam just obliterated me. Plasma Fist is something Valkyrie left behind screens, and Ice Beam just takes it out because it's a flying type now. He went for Memento with the Skuntank, so my Spatial Rend did absolutely nothing, and here I was like, okay, I need to switch out, but he sets up Dragon Dances, I paralyze it because why not? And he just keeps setting up his Dragon Dances, so anything he fires off should be an Oko from this point on. Went out into Valkyrie. He went for +4 and he outspeeds me and does not get parried. So kind of payback for the beginning of the game. Here he does get paralyzed and I went for Population Bomb. Spoiler alert, I'm gonna hit all 10. And even with a crit, I just barely do not take it out. And his return just obliterated me. And yeah, I can show you Sableye does not have any damaging moves, so it was GG from there. And I just let it knock me out. So yeah, not really the week 1 I was hoping for, but it is in line with all my week 1 games, I believe. I have barely ever won a week 1 game, and yeah, this league is no different. So yeah, we take a 3-0 loss. Could be a lot worse. Yeah, and let's hope next week I'll take a W against the Salt Wolf, because yeah, I kind of needed to keep in the playoff race. I feel like starting a season 0-2 just puts you way on the back foot and makes it really hard to get back into the playoff race. So yeah, let's hope at least I can win next week from the Salt Wolf. Gonna have a busy weekend next week with me and my girlfriend going to Dortmund for the Pokemon Regionals, and yeah, not sure when everything is going to come out next week, or yeah, probably the week after. Maybe something will come out on Sunday, just not sure, we'll see. At least thank you all for watching. Hope you, even though it's a post-com, enjoyed. And yeah, see you all next week. Bye!